Now, as I was saying, the core of the matter is your performance over the past several weeks in determining if you have the character and integrity to continue commanding a starship.
Okay, permission to ask why the Klingons here, sir.
Don't worry about them.
Kapla! Mr. Torpedo Riley, as you know, I have had Captain Sokus working tirelessly over the past several weeks collecting information, writing reports, and investigating tips that he's been receiving regarding your actions. Before any accusations or charges are made, would you like to plead guilty in advance?
No, Admiral. I feel the record will speak for itself and prove my innocence.
We'll see. Captain Sokus, would you please read us the findings of your investigation?
Of course, Admiral. Having followed the actions of Michael Torpedo Riley for the past several weeks, as well as reviewing reports and visual records filed to Starfleet Command, it is with regret that I must disclose this information. It is, however, for the greater good not only of Starfleet and the Federation, but perhaps the entire galaxy. My findings are as follows. His continued hatred of Klingons. I quote, Klingon House of Martok bullshit something or other. I quote, Klingons are space Nazis. I quote, Klingons are Soviet samurai space Vikings.
I did not say.
Suggesting a virus may crash everything to prevent him from making a Klingon.
Yeah, I did
Showing
say that.
contraband in TACCOM.
Yeah.
Attempted bribery of a JAG officer.
Yeah.
Unauthorized use of dark matter. Assimilating innocent alien species for personal gain.
There was that one time.
Actually enjoying the Bonnikins episode.
Well,
exceeding warp 5 in a starship not outfitted to create a variable geometry warp field.
There was duct tape involved.
Stating that time travel is to be used unrestricted at any time. Saying, without concern, that he will, quote, mess with the timeline for his own personal gain.
Well, there...
Defeated by the Tholians, showing gross negligence, failure to uphold Starfleet policies in a combat situation, and behavior unbecoming of a Starfleet officer.
The Tholian shot
wasteful
first.
Use of New Romulus transporter energy while attempting to escape from Admiral 156, checking on progress.
Oh, yeah.
Attempted bribery of Admiral 156 on New Romulus with a tribble while he was checking on your progress. Broke the Solanae cutscene, making you 2 for 2 major cutscenes that you've broken with your enhancing.
Yeah.
Attempted to pollute Earth's atmosphere with a Malon freighter. Attempted murder of a superior officer with theta radiation. Mocking the age of superior officers.
Damn.
Wearing a dirty Mako uniform showing appearance unbecoming of a Starfleet officer. Flying a starship with 2 bridge station failures. Destruction or heavy damage of an antique 23rd century starship with no regard for the cost of insurance and repair bills to the fleet. Taking Admiral 156 into space missions
Matthew,
and out from behind his desk for the first time in years and allowing him to die because you did not properly defend him. Thankfully, my crew was nearby and able to resuscitate him. Shooting a superior officer with bug spray.
It was for the safety of the people.
Horrible inventory manager. And attempted coup, attempted assassination of the Admiral.
What? Well...
These facts are quite disturbing, Mr. Torpedo Riley, and they give me great pause.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A very enlightening, albeit disturbing account. I don't remember dying, though.
Do you remember the hypo full of adrenaline we used to restart your heart?
Oh, dude, that was awesome. Like, was I dead? I mean, he let me die? What a bummer. What a bastard. Hold on. Moving on, though. We need to address these issues. I'm hefted to turn you over to the Klingons and let them deal with you and your derogatory remarks about their proud and historic culture. However, in the interest of providing a fair and balanced review, I will once again commute the sentence of death. This time. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Gonna die tonight.
Oh, shit. I don't want to look at it.
All right.
Die well.
There are other matters that need to be addressed, though. Do you realize the dangers associated with dark matter and your unauthorized usage is not only disturbing, but highly reckless? How do you respond to your actions?
Have you tried using dark matter on a sandwich? It's pretty cool. Just
Like-
say it. Like you spread it like butter?
Like mayonnaise?
Yeah.
I mean, does it taste good?
It gives a real burn in the mouth. Whew.
I'll have to try that, but regardless, any future use of dark matter will have to be approved. We cannot allow reckless use of such a dangerous substance. I also have concerns with your views on time travel, using it for personal gain or correcting mistakes. I mean, on the record, it's unacceptable.
Oh.
There are temporal cords and just, they don't want these things happening. Unrestricted use of time travel to alter the timeline can have dire consequences, not to mention the possibility of creating paradoxes. I mean, dude, temporal affairs, they've been in my office 5 times this week. It's not me. There's a lot of pressure on me about these particular set of charges. But do you realize that?
Just while you're on
not
that,
to
the
mention how
temporal
difficult
affairs
it
guy
can be-
named Tangritz, he likes his coffee black. Just thought I'd let you know. He visits me a lot.
You haven't seen Tangritz very much. Do you know what temporal affairs did to Tangritz? And it took a lot to fix the timeline damage that Tangritz did. So it's very serious here. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now this stuff, you were defeated by the Tholians? I mean, the Tholians, dude. Come on. I think that speaks for itself.
Well-
And Captain Sokas kind of hit the nail on the head by stating gross negligence there. Further evidence. I mean, come on, Mike. You continue destruction of a 23rd century vintage Constitution.
Continued
Dude.
destruction. I'm keeping that thing together.
Two bridge station failures. You're flying around.
Yeah. It's look. This
Repair
thing.
costs are astronomical, and you're just pounding on the damage to an antique here. I mean, seeing as the Ferengi control the market for replacement parts, and there are only so many we can pull out of mothballs. I mean, you're wasting fleet credits here, man. Come on, we can't replace your vessel.
It's historical.
Well, sir, look. None of these incidents were directly my fault. Okay, seriously.
Look. Mr. Riley, that wasn't a question. And you also realize that being a starship captain not only involves upholding Starfleet policies and putting the Federation's best foot forward, but also being environmentally conscious.
Okay.
Variable geometry warfields are a necessity these days.
Goddamn.
The depth and sheer subspaces is approved. Damage to subspace is a proven fact and cannot be ignored. However, you have continually exceeded warp 5 in a starship that is not outfitted to create.
Thanks for the
warp
foul,
field.
Sarge.
Doing so is dangerous and reckless. We cannot allow this to continue. If we were to make an exception for you, we'd have to make an exception for everyone. I gave you that Maelon freighter to clean it up. You were supposed to put some output filters on it,
You didn't.
not come up with a new environmental travesty. I mean, and then, your continued lack of concern for the environment is shown when you attempted pollution of Earth's atmosphere in that freighter that I assigned you
Hey, but
to make a difference.
It did look pretty cool though when I went around the planet, didn't it?
I mean, what in the name of all things holy would have possessed you to do such a thing? I mean, do you really think theta radiation is something that just can magically disappear because you can't see the distance when it dissipates? And then parking your ship directly above the shipyard that Captain Soaks' vessel was docked at and releasing theta radiation.
I do
I mean, does
remember
it seem
that.
funny
just
to you?
had
Does
it
it seem
detailed,
funny to
Admiral.
anyone? Steven?
just had it detailed. Just had it detailed.
All right, look. I know we all want to laugh, but this is serious. I mean, this is really serious here. This is a long list of charges, and this just went up a few levels. I mean, not only wrecking a detailed job, but attempted murder of a Starfleet officer. I mean, was this me? Did you try and kill me?
I don't recall.
You
Here's my
most
ship,
likely
Admiral.
going to have to retail Captain Sokus's ship by hand, the least. What do you have to say for yourself, dude?
Well, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. I mean, we know a couple of Ferengi that would love to be detailing that ship.
I don't care how you get it done. Just get it done. I mean, you know, people, when you screw up, people come to me, and I'm the one that gets the list and has to hear all these complaints about you.
Yeah.
And then finally, there's this attempted coup and assassination of an admiral, namely me. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable. You're putting us in a very difficult position here. You know, on one hand, we can't let this go unnoticed.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I can't let my own bias and, you know, affect a neutral point. I mean, how do you even justify your actions?
Just breaking out of the script here, Stephen has written for me to say in parentheses as an answer, utter bullshit. So I'm sorry if I can't keep a straight face.
I'm not even sure I can accept that explanation. Captain Sokus, what do you think about his answer?
Admiral, I sense he may not be telling the whole truth.
That's not surprising. I mean, in light of all this information you've provided during your review and careful consideration, I've decided to promote you
What?
to the rank of acting ensign. And all of the rights and responsibilities therein. There will be no further attempted murder of superior officers, no more environmental degradation, and I order you to submit to a simple medical test.
Oh my.
We've been attempting to determine what the Klingons were able to transplant the consciousness of one of their agents into Lieutenant Tyler. And then we've been working with the Klingons in an attempt to recreate the process by implanting the consciousness of a human into a Klingon.
No.
Now, it shouldn't hurt much, but you know, there's no further questions or evidence to be presented. I officially close this review and wish you success in your continued career in the fleet. May God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Who's ready to put a bang into somebody's hall?
The hell, security! How the hell did he get in here?
Security to the conference room.
What the frick? Yes.
This will conclude.
Holy
Mike,
shit.
it is the finding that you are to roll a Klingon character,
God no.
and you are to stream up the entire story process and leveling up
Sky
to level
65.
65.
Skydragon has
With honor.
Skydragon has said that as your representation, I would advise against accepting any promotion without reading the fine print first.
Oh, we just read the fine print.
Yeah,
And
I know.
you don't have a choice in the matter.
Well, I mean, I could resign.
There's no resigning. We'll file criminal charges.
Oh, crap.
I mean, 75% of those are criminal charges. You cannot resign from this.
I need to check with my counselor.
Catrol, we've already talked to Catrol and Planter. They have a spot reserved for you at Rora Pente. They said they will stay your execution.
Oh, jeez. What is with this execution?
Have you reminded
This sounds
him before?
this sounds so like Klingons, man. Ultima
Don't
says.
you know that you become the thing you hate?
Ultima is saying directly to you, Ian. With all due respect, Admiral 156. Mitchell. With all due respect, Admiral 156, the Tholians are one of the technical powerhouses of the squadron. You hull a part of the slowed Borg advance to them, and yet you believe Riley should have been able to defeat them? Oh, you owe a part of the slowed Borg advance to them, and yet you believe Riley should have been able to defeat them.
Look, son, I don't know what kind of man-pamby land you live in here, but this morning I vaporized an entire fleet of Tholian ships in a Daedalus class.
Daedalus class. God. Counselor, do you have any advice at this time? Nord. You can
Is my mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain, I would advise learning how to speak Klingon.
Shit.
Mike, we should just escape now while we can.
Where the hell are we gonna go? Just goddamn shuttleways down on deck 6. Hi, Brooklyn.
Stephen, would you please have the control codes for the USS Eagle changed?
What?
Of course, Admiral.
You are entitled to an appeal under subsection 42 Alpha-156 Bravo.
General Cottrell, would you escort Mr. Riley to his new assignment and re-education?
No, I'm not doing it. I am not going to be put in. My brain is not going in a Klingon body. I demand retrial.
Captain, it's another PowerPoint.
Oh, God.
Helm, are we safely outside of Federation jurisdiction?
I don't want to do it.
Not giving you a choice.
Oh my God. The security team.
You're really going to deny your viewers the full Klingon experience?
That
like enriching storyline?
I can never forgive the Klingons for the death of my alt. I just... of course,
Let that hatred drive you, because that's what it means to be Klingon.
No, that's too loud. No! God damn it! Too loud! Too loud!
Okay, no crystals, please.
Jeez!
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought
Look,
it would be
Gwyneth
funny.
Paltrow said it would cure all my ails.
Mike, we should use this time to escape now.
You know, Ian, what was going to be even funnier is Eli here. Eli is supposed to be acting as an abused crewman on the Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice?
Where is he?
He's
I
back.
did notice something wrong.
He's back up on the bridge here. He's an abused crew member.
What have you done to this poor man?
Oh my.
He's been working on Deck 16 trying to take care of the food replicators. All right?
Remember that
Radiation
mainline
burns.
freighter?
Why does he have radiation burns from working on a replicator?
Because they were doing Red Alert Chili last week, and it was really bad.
As I said,
What are you
Admiral,
feeding
gross
these people?
negligence.
Well,
Ian, you know that 15 bean soup?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I am willing to offer Michael Riley Torpedo asylum on the world of Kashan. What you're doing is subjecting this poor individual to an intense level of abuse that I didn't think the Federation could stoop to. This troubled and low intelligence imbued individual needs help, not punishment. Ouch.
Wow.
God damn. Out of one frying pan into the next. Thank you, Ultima, maybe? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sky. Why, nay? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh
Okay,
dear.
I gotta say bravo to Stephen for coming up with all this too.
Thank you, Stephen, for the script there. I just wish I could have actually looked at it to be more prepared than...
I was disappointed you got to see the script.
Yeah,
But-
the rest of them didn't even want you to see it. They just wanted to see what, like, time frames when you should speak.
Well, it was funny with you going down the list and I'm trying to chime in. I was kind of channeling the, I don't know. Just, I found that it was amusing. Also, counterpoint, your ship is bigger than theirs. He just wants to play spaceman with his Constitution class. Is that really so bad? My Berg ship is a different character. This is Michael Torpedo Riley. If you see here, this is the Special Trails character that they're grilling. Yeah. So this is Although, what about Captain Elmo or Ensign Elmo? Do you have any words of wisdom?
Do what they say, motherfucker! They'll kill you otherwise! Run!
Elmo's words of wisdom. Ta-da!
He's had one too many tickles. He finally snapped.
I'm going to Kermit all over your face.
Oh.
No.
No.
On tonight's episode of Muppets Gone Wild.
Oh, jeez.
You fucks forgot I was here.
Kirby! Let's kill them all!
What the frick?
Locked and loaded, Elmo.
Well,
I almost choked on a noodle. That was dangerous.
If it was between death and being put into a body of a Klingon, I would choose death. I really would. Just say it.
Klingon body, yes. Okay.
No.
Well, fortunately, we didn't give you a choice, so I'm rolling a Klingon.
I'm not rolling a Klingon. Hell no.
Everybody, up in TACCOM and in Twitch chat, who wants Mike to roll a Klingon and play the Ark?
No, not right now. No.
Show your
No.
support now.
No.
There is an Orion ambassador who is waiting to assist him in his
Only
what's
one
what I'm looking
solution.
for.
there's not enough penicillin in the entire Klingon Empire to make him safe around that Orion ambassador. I can't authorize that.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Martin. Doing well. How are you doing? Force him to fly the Tier 1 NX class starship. Beam out and go to warp. Yeah, but they'll chase me down. I'm flying a Constitution.
He would do that, though.
Do what?
Fly the Tier 1 NX.
I would do it, and I would be proud of it and own it. And I would troll.
Yeah, you would like that time you made us take our Tier 1 constitutions into an advanced ISA. Jerk.
At Spyro Skyline, make him fly a Tier 1 Oberth instead. Ooh, make a Gorn, think of the puns. I was thinking about doing a Gorn, that would be hilarious. But, no, I need to do the Federation arc before Klingon. God.
Do both.
See, no one even knows the name of my alt that got murdered by Klingons. It was so
it wasn't
sad.
that important.
Because you've never said. We are beginning to suspect that it's a fictional story, Captain.
Yeah, do you have proof of this alt?
It's too traumatic. It's too traumatic. It was Admiral Quinn's son.
Ensign Ricky.
Admiral Quinn's son was one of my alts.
What?
Likely story.
Kal-El Quinn.
Oh my.
Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, everyone's been doing that. I might give it a shot. It is fully updated and patched, thanks to my brother.
What did I do?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, what about it?
What
I
could
mean,
you
their
do?
sound's still pretty bad, but
Well, what could you do
nonetheless.
if you don't want to make a KDF character? Just make a Romulan, an ally with the KDF. You are still technically a part of the KDF, just align with them in exchange for the help with establishing your new home.
No, he needs forehead ridges.
And part of
He
the
pulled that.
punishment
He tried to pull that
was
slick
that,
move by making Let Us Die a alien instead of a true Klingon.
Yeah.
When
We're not letting him off
when you
that
do
easy.
the Klingon,
no, and part of the punishment was that
Hey,
you
Jeff.
had to play the Klingon tutorial.
when you do the Klingon, I'm gonna start a new Klingon.
You're
But he's
up.
actually gonna be a Cardassian on the Klingon side.
If I do make a Klingon, I'm not doing it alone.
Well,
I
yeah,
want to
that's what
see
Jeff
all of
said.
you
No,
guys
I'm
do it.
in. I'm in from level
No, you
1.
can take your full crew with you.
Yeah, Jeff could tag along. I mean, you could do Special Charles Klingon style.
You can meet the
there you
glorious
go.
wonder that is Sonya the Red.
I'll make a
God.
Romulan.
There's even more skin on the KDF side.
Mm-hmm.
The original KDF storyline is full of bugs. You aren't machine much.
I thought they went through and redid some of those Klingon stuff along with the Fed ones, or was
The
it just Fed
starter,
ones?
I think they redid some of the starter mission.
Well, it was completely
Yeah,
borked on
Armor.
that Let Us Die character. Speaking of which, I should go check to see how many have died. Let's go humor. Let's see what's going on with the Let Us Die character,
Really?
shall we? Yeah. I
Really?
think it's time, since everyone's making fun of the Klingon.
Why would you name a character Lettuce?
Lettuce.
If something
Oh,
gets produce?
I like Mr. 156. I believe Ultima has a good suggestion to relieve you of the burdens. I mean, the aspect of keeping
Oh, look, I
tabs
died. Look at that.
on Mike and his Klingon character.
That's a shame.
And what is that?
Well, it looks like Ultima here at Twitch was stating that in order to save you some time and paperwork, you could hand over the oversight of this man to another individual, specifically Ultima, because she's willing to fully follow and document the actions of this individual so you may get back to your real work. However, she would need a suitable vessel. Sure.
So here we go. I allowed a Klingon to permitted a crippled warrior to perform the Hawkbot. He's dead. All right, so we've got another knocked out. Frame the House of Kalek failed, so 2 people are dead. All right. Execute Changeling Spy. We just randomly picked one. We randomly picked a crew member and said, "I think he's a Changeling Spy. Let's kill him anyway." All right. So that one's dead. The hologram failed in the Batleth tournament, I guess. Oh, these guys succeeded. They get to live. All right. Let's see if there's any more execute for incompetence today.
Steven, what are your thoughts about Ultima monitoring Mike's further performance?
I would be alright with that. It would free up a lot of my time.
It would
Ultima,
free up
we
time
need-
from the higher
Ultima, we
executive
need
staff.
you to be as unbiased as possible.
There's only 7 people left.
Well, I
in-
tend to think Ultima would be pretty unbiased.
There's only 7 people left on my ship. There's
Hey,
not
what's
much
the,
left.
I need some Lobi crystals. What's the best loot box to open?
It's all the same.
All the lot boxes give the same amount.
No, I know, but I mean, one of them might have better ships, possible, whatever.
The Infinity is going to get you the best options for everything.
Okay.
It's funny, the 2 people in sickbay are my holograms?
Isn't it funny how a hologram has to go to sickbay?
Yeah.
I've never understood.
they
Why
have
are
to
you?
be
How are
fragged.
you dead?
Well,
Oh.
long story short, 156 killed me. So he's doing what all Klingons probably need to do at some point.
Is that a Romulan character?
No, it's a alien from the very beginning of the game, alien male. He is a Dahar master, by the way, so he's performing the honorable tactic by. It's a shame that there's no execute for incompetence. I guess because I killed off 5 crew members in one sitting, it probably is freaking out.
Yeah, Mike, why are you playing with the toothbrush?
I don't know. It's just here.
If you were going to use it to clean your phone, you could put it down versus keep playing with it and playing with it.
It's amusing.
It's his fidget spinner.
156.
I mean,
would
is
you?
everything amusing to you? I mean, that's how you got in this situation to begin with.
That's a good point. I like Ultima's take here. She's
Total
also
disregard for the Klingons' feelings.
Yeah, she's also stating that it's a fair exchange and that one Starfleet vessel for the unbiased reports and documentations of the chaotic antics and minor success of this man from the 23rd century conducts. And with this arrangement, Mr. 156, you'd be able to fill the paper. You'd be able to file the paperwork. You would be able to file the paperwork of 80 plus personnel rather than just one. So it sounds like a good suggestion, sir.
That's fine. Send the paperwork to Stephen's office, and we'll get it. Ratified,
She
verified.
needs a ship, though, so you might have to assist on that piece. But other than that,
But are you really taking the eagle away from me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm allowed to
We're
fly
just
it?
we are disappointed at your
performance,
lack of care of such an antique vessel.
That is very sad. Even Klingons have respect for their weapons. So
See,
I mean,
here's
if
the
they don't
funny
even
thing
have
is,
respect
this
for your
ship came from the 23rd century.
Well, all the
I just
more for
haven't
your
had
long
the
list of
guts to tell you
crimes
this.
Of, temporal issues, right? Wasn't that one of the things in that long list of
Yeah,
stuff?
and also when it got sucked through that time portal, those old ships, it kind of rattles the superstructure and so forth.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
how
you
would
know,
you?
and
Whoa,
you
whoa,
can
whoa,
never
whoa, whoa,
quite-
whoa, whoa! Hold on a
Create
second.
damage.
Ian 156. How would you know?
What do you mean, how would I know?
How would you know?
I'm an engineer.
He's an engineer.
And
he
you time
performed a
travel?
molecular
How
analysis on your hull. Duh, even I know that, and that's without Romulan
That's
technology.
classified.
Oh,
That's
now it's
between me and
classified.
Temple Affairs.
You're classified and I'm not.
Yeah, because he's a
Look,
frickin' admiral, so get over yourself.
Wait till I tell Daniels
I've
about
done
this.
plenty of times sitting in front of the Temporal Affairs explaining my affairs. They're the ones that are coming to me with complaints about you.
Yeah,
So-
but you just give them the Janeway maneuver. Just coffee. There's coffee right over there, guys, and then run.
Well, I like Ultima's suggestion because
Look,
that
I'm an
way
admiral and
we
a
can
Starfleet
have-
officer.
we can have
I
eyes
can't
on
just
him.
run.
He could walk. While his ship is from the 23rd century, it was brought through a temporal rift, and as such is technically still cutting edge and brand new. Relatively speaking, of course.
Yeah. I like Ultima's idea. I put forth this motion that Ultima
People
monitors
still don't
Mr.
know.
Klingon Riley and his creation of that any seconds.
People still don't know who Phil Torpedo is.
Mr. Delcast.
The mystery of Phil Torpedo will keep them going for now.
Really?
Yes, but so do we need a vote on this thing, or is this going to happen?
Well, Ultima's there to
Oh no.
monitor 23rd
Everything's
century.
happening. There's no voting.
Okay.
Everything's
Yes,
happening.
It is happening. I believe that the fleet has an old Odyssey-class starship that can be spared.
Well, see, there you go. Then I suggest we move forward with that plan of action and initiate this process of having the Klingon Riley be created and monitored by Ultima as a method
I'm
of
not
keeping tabs and everything else. I support that aspect.
When did she say that I was going to be put in a Klingon body? Dear God Almighty.
At the end of your performance review?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at the end of your performance review,
paperwork.
you were telling me this, but
In the paperwork. Didn't you see that memo?
I saw the memo. I'm just terrified. Honestly, death to Klingons.
Should be.
No, Luffy. It's not death to Klingons. It's their culture that I'm against. Their culture is not self-sustaining. It's a self-defeating culture.
And Brooklyn, do you have a response to Mike?
I mean, honestly, how many times is how many times do the Klingons are on the brink of complete breakdown and chaos in Next Generation? You know, and that they eventually have to, grow some backbone and rally together. I mean, look, Discovery, we had issues with the Klingons. TOS, we had issues with Klingons. The motion picture, we had a huge issue with Klingons. Next Generation, we had 2, or if not 3 issues with Klingons. And Worf is the Federation to save the Klingons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really.
You know, the Klingons were just minding their business until Michael Burnham came along and killed their torchbearer. So, who started what, and where did the issues begin? Michael. Yeah, that's right. Their name was Michael.
Oh, shit.
It
Empress-
looks like Ultima has put forth a motion for review. Let's see. Ultima has put forth this motion to review. Here it is, Mr. Delcaz. It's to protect Riley's consciousness and allow him to finish his federal duties. Look, he may be a destructive, unreliable, clumsy individual, but
damn.
he has the best intentions, and I thought the Federation cared about second chances. Please let me vanguard his right to carry out the second chance.
His consciousness will remain completely intact.
This is
Well,
so...
there you go. He just got
As
to make a
he will
Klingon
remain
tune and
entirely
start
conscious
his
through the
path
entire
down the Klingon
process.
thing. Yep.
So, let's not worry about his consciousness.
I don't want to. No, Brooklyn. No.
I suppose we can allow him to complete his federal duties and give him a third chance.
A third
Third
chance?
Wow.
I didn't deserve the punishment from the first one. It is Daniels who was the one who put me in the position of the temporal. I didn't decide to go to the 25th century. I didn't decide for the PowerPoint to crash. That's on
It was already
Daniels.
determined.
We tried to find this Daniels. We couldn't find him.
You couldn't find Daniels?
Oh,
Yes, and for
No
this
record
computer
of him.
system that you said crashed, it was determined after extensive review by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers and the Daystrom Institute that before someone meddled with it, aluminum foil, power button, etc., it was in perfect working order, and there was
Aluminum foil power
enhancements.
button.
Well, let's get this show on the road. I'm ready. Let's do this. So.
I just wrote up a new character to start with you.
Oh,
See,
God.
there you go. The support of your fellow fleet members to get
We,
you through
we
this
shall
difficult
allow you to
time.
continue your
No,
special
I had planned to
trails,
do it
though.
in
Oh,
the
hey,
future.
way to go, Lion. All right, so you're doing a Klingon tune there, Mr. Lion?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
No.
Ultima-
Klingons are-
Ultima Nord? Ultima Nord, execute attack pattern 156 distract.
I'm
Distract?
starting a Romulan.
that
Oh, way to
won't
go.
work.
I like
I'm
the
always
Romulan
distracted.
I had planned to do it in the future, but you know what? We'll start early. Why not?
Hey, way to go.
Mine does not work.
I could roll a
There you
Romulan
go.
tune and tag along if you wanted to. It's,
I don't think of a name for him.
I know, that's the hard part.
What's a good Romulan name?
I know, that's when I did it, I had to dig and dig. And had to
I'd
come up
just
with
like
the-
to remind everyone that the Romulan option for Mike will not satisfy the needs of this court.
The needs of the many.
It appears the attack pattern distract 156 is currently in effect.
I'm just gonna go to a Romulan name generator. Oh, yeah.
Warwolf's ready to go, been waiting for this.
You know what? I like that one. We'll go with that one.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had Romulan. Oh, that is awesome. Way to
Ian?
go. Way to
I
go.
hope
And now
you
I
can,
need a last name.
I
Well,
hope,
no, no,
Wait,
well,
hold on.
just throw something
Admiral,
in.
snap
There
out of
we
it.
go.
Oh, there you go. Jeff, stop watching. Jeff, turn.
I'm not watching.
Don't
I'm
watch. Don't let it go.
Why is there a blue person in underwear doing
Oh
jumping jacks?
my.
This is Operation Distract 156.
that's correct.
Well,
Attack pattern distraction.
Attack pattern distract 156 is currently in effect. Ian. Is it working?
yeah.
He's just like
How about them Cation laws?
You were going to adjust the plan, weren't you? To not move me into a Klingon? Were we just discussing this?
No. I mean, I can stick to the plan while still being distracted. I'm a professional here.
That's pretty good. Oh man, that's funny.
Oh,
man.
boy.
That's great. Oh man, good times.
You ladies are gonna have to try a lot harder than that.
That's what Ian's
I
just
have.
spit it up.
Dab.
Also, it's not working. Fire double D torpedoes.
Brooklyn, I leave Mr. Torpedo in your capable hands. Ultima, you are free to oversee the processes
Okay.
and observe.
And the policies and procedures in accordance with your decision there, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you for the attempt at attack pattern 156, Ultima and Nord. It appears the mushrooms are too strong today.
Oh, here we go. I got another idea.
You have another idea?
Hey, Mike, whatever
Yeah.
you do, don't turn around.
Don't turn around.
Yeah,
don't.
turn
Turn around.
Don't do it.
Counselor, we need to talk about your promotion.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Back away. Hello.
There's big guys like, oh, let's go to Herbert.
My, what big targ you have.
It's shoulder pads. Get it right. He has
Tonight on
shoulder pads.
WWE.
Tonight on WWE, Brooklyn coming into the ring. Oh God.